Hi everyone, how are you doing today? This is Hillary, the Marketing Mom. Glad you're able to join me. Just want to check and make sure we are live. Thank you for joining. This is Friday. It's 12:30. Yesterday, I was on just a little early so that I could accommodate helping my mom out. And for those of you who don't know, I'm a social media manager, digital marketing strategist, business coach, and trainer. And I work specifically with mothers who are looking to build a business that's online so that you're able to leave the office, come home to your kids, and be available to raise them to be really good citizens of the world, all right? Not just of the country, but of the world, all right? Just going to check really quickly to make sure that you're hearing and seeing me. And as you're joining, if you're hearing and seeing me, just click the like button, click the hearts, leave a comment, say, hey, Hillary, how you doing? Glad to see you here every day, 12:30, Monday through Friday. I'm here 12:30, Monday through Friday, unless of course I pop in either early or later. All right. So we are live. Thank you for joining this. And I think I'm gonna have to use my phone just to see the comments because Facebook has been doing some different things. Okay. So today I'm talking to those who are building their business online. All right, just bring my chair up here. It's a little low. Building a business online, and you want to know what are those things that you should be doing. Now, the reality is a lot of these things, for those in network marketing, they may sound a little familiar, but the world of business, and I pull this especially from both business and particularly people who are looking for clients. Maybe they have one-on-one sessions with clients, consultants, those type of people, but also those who are building your online empire. Okay, so if you're building your online business, you're building your online empire, or you want to take a business online from offline, there are a couple things that you need to be focusing on, and I call them income producing activities, but they don't always lead to income. All right, so they're kind of like foundational things that you just got to be doing every day. The same things that you do with your life. All right, foundational things. You brush your teeth every day, you bathe every day, you eat every day. In your business, these are the 5 things that I have come across over the last 4 years that I think are really what propel your business forward in terms of the action that needs to be taken. All right. So going through them, if you've got any questions about it, or if you want to delve deeper into it, we can always talk about that on our free strategy session. I forgot to put the link in there. So you're going to go to HillaryDeFreitas.com/strategy. I'm actually going to drop it in the comments below so that you can grab that link and just sign up for your free strategy session. All right, it's a free 30-minute session where I work with you, talk about your business, where you're at, what are your goals, that type of stuff. Okay, so the first thing, all right, and I want us to get into the mind of, okay, we're in business. And basically, business is about a transaction, a monetary transaction of goods and services for money between 2 people, all right? We understand that fundamentally, okay? So what is the first thing you need to be looking for, right? It's not the money, it's the people, all right? And if we always focus and think about the people first and not the money, what we realize is that we're doing everything for the people. So what is their problem? What is their everything? But the things that you've got to be doing is, I put it down as you're making calls or making contact, right? Now, in the online world, you don't have to necessarily pick up the phone and call 3 people every day. And this is what I highly recommend, because I can tell you the weeks and months that I did it, I always had appointments. I always had people to speak to about our business and about our services, our products and services. Whereas those weeks when I didn't reach out to people, I didn't get their phone numbers or emails, and I didn't call or email, all right? Because when we say call, we're talking communicate. You've got to communicate with a minimum of 3 people, and I don't mean passive communication, as in your emails, all right? Because you should be emailing people at least 3 times a week. So you get people's email, and we call those leads. These are possible potential customers that you've got. You want to be emailing them on a regular basis. And I'm going to talk about that totally in a different live, because email marketing is just a totally different beast. All right. But what you want to be doing is, if you've got people's names and phone numbers, all right. So for example, if you were to sign up for a strategy session, all right, I would get your phone number because I actually have to call you, or you are going to call me to actually conduct that strategy session. There's going to be a conversation. Now, call doesn't necessarily have to be on the phone as a phone. We've got Skype, we've got Google, we've got Zoom, we've got all of these things. So when you are calling people, it's basically not to sell them, but it's to touch base, to see what they need, what are some of the problems that they have, and try to figure out if any of your solutions are going to work for them. That's what the call is about. And it's to set up the next thing, which is the appointments. So when I talk about, okay, every day you should have an appointment, all right? Every day you should have a minimum of one appointment with a potential client, customer, or team member. What does that look like? The only way you can get that is if you're calling people to set up the appointments, all right? So those are like two activities that go really hand in hand and you should always be doing. Making calls, reaching out to people, all right? Now, if you're using email, what you'll be doing is emailing people every day, all right? And a part of that is also getting people onto your email list to email them every day, which comes down to the third activity, all right? The third activity, I coin it as creating ads and optimizing ads. Because at the end of the day, if you're in business, you're going to have to advertise. Going on a morning talk show once every 6 months is not going to get you the type of traction that you need. Okay, going to a trade show is not going to give you the type of traction. You're probably going to meet a whole lump sum of people that now you could add to your email list, that you could add to your call list, that you're going to be calling every day. Okay, now you're not calling the same person every day. All right, that's another call. That's another live that we talk about. But just to give you a quick thing, when you're calling people, you call them one day, then you call them 3 days from now, depending on what is the results that you get on each call. Okay, so it's 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months. All right, that has been my mantra: 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months. Okay, that's how you call. Email, however, once you have their email, they're getting an email almost every day from you. They better be. Okay, so the advertising now is the mechanism online, and we're talking very specifically here online. Advertising is the mechanism that you're going to be using to generate your leads or your prospective customers, prospective clients, prospective team members, whatever you want to call them. They're all called leads because they lead to a sale. Okay, and you've got to be doing advertising to do that. Now, advertising is a mammoth of a beast. It's not that you set the ad and you run, because you always have to be looking at it to optimize. What am I doing right? What am I doing wrong? Am I on the right platforms? Okay, you've got to be monitoring advertising. And this is why I say once you've had an ad running for a minimum of 2 weeks, you need to get in there daily and just look at it. Okay, that is a very small task. It's like brushing your teeth or washing your hands after a meal. It's a small task that you just go in quickly. You look at your ads. What's the ad spend? What's my results? How am I doing? How many leads do I have? How many? All right, what are the results? Clicks, leads. And if you have it in a sales funnel that will go to sales, you want to look at the results and see how things are going. That's why advertising and everything around advertising, whether it's creating the ad, creating the images, creating the video for that ad, that is something that you want to look at on a daily basis, depending on where you're at, okay? And then the fourth thing that you want to be doing on a daily basis is content creation. I've said this enough. I've hammered it home to all of my clients as well. Content creation is key. You cannot do anything online effectively if you have no content. So you've got to set up a schedule, okay? Whether that schedule is, on Mondays, and what I like to do, especially with content that can be bulked, I bulk it, okay? So sometimes they're training videos, in-depth training videos that I want to get into, and it's going to be longer than what a Facebook Live may take, okay? So I do those videos not live, but pre-recorded, and then I will upload them to YouTube, use them in a blog post, send them out to be transcribed, all of those things, okay? But that is content creation, and every day you should spend some time creating content, free content that's going to be shared throughout social media, using your advertising, use on your website in order to get your leads, okay? That's, at the end of the day, it's all about generating your leads online. Okay, and these leads are people that you're eventually going to call today, 3 days from now, 3 weeks from now, 3 months from now. You're going to be sending them emails every day. And hopefully throughout that process, you're going to be making appointments with at least one of them once a day. So every day, your day should be packed, all right? Now, obviously, when you get started, when you're first starting off, you're not going to have any appointments for maybe 6 months. Or maybe shorter than that. Who knows? Maybe you're going to be a rock star and you'll have appointments next week. Okay? The fifth thing, and I talk about this from a sales system standpoint, and I'm actually going to, I pull them from my notes and I put it in the description because this is a little tricky, right? Because, so what I'm going to do is show you an example of something that happened to me when I was living and working in Corinth, Mississippi some years ago. Okay? Now, this is going to demonstrate to you what I mean by making sure that all the components of your sales system are in, and this is why it's a daily task. Because it may seem like a big project that you're working on, but it's still something that has to be monitored, just like your ads. So when you set your ads and you let them run, you still got to monitor them, you still got to optimize them. It's the same thing with your sales system, all right? So when I was living and working in Mississippi, and this was in the 20s, okay, we're not talking, this is in the 21st century, we're not talking 1950, we're not talking 1820, we're talking in the 21st century, okay. I went into the store and I was browsing and everything, and I saw these really, it's a very nice store, and I saw this thing that I wanted to purchase, okay. So I got it, I picked up the article and I went to the cash register, and they told me they only take cash. Now, let's think of that in the 21st century, okay? You only take cash. So what happened? They lost the sale because I don't walk around with cash. I got cards, okay? And it's the same thing with your business in that that is what I mean by the sales system. No one will ever go into Walmart and hear, oh, we only take cash or we only take checks, all right? Walmart has set up their sales system so that they could always receive the sale. And as entrepreneurs, this is something that we don't think about, okay? In my daughter's preschool recently, they put in a new aspect of their sales system in order to collect fees, and that's being able to take credit card and debit payments on site. Now, do you know how that, now they position it as a convenience to the parents, but guess what? It guarantees their sales as well. And this is how you have to look at this as an entrepreneur, all right? Ensuring that every piece of your sales system is up to date, working, and allows you to be able to receive money is most important. Because not only is it a convenience to your customer, but guess what? You get paid for your services. So what do I mean by the sales system, all right? So we can look at it from the beginning where we've got our capture pages and you've got your lead magnets and your follow-up sequence. But then what comes after that? Your thank you pages, your sales funnels, your sales pages. What gateways are you using? Are you using Stripe? Are you using PayPal? What solutions are you using in order to actually get the payment into your bank account? All right. All of these are things that from an online perspective, you really need to think about. And even if you are providing services offline, for example, okay, you are a consultant or maybe you're a wedding planner. You know, I like my wedding planner example. All right. Wouldn't it be great if, you know, the bride just had to swipe a card, because she's swiping a card for everything else, right? She's swiping a card for maybe the location, or maybe not. Maybe they have to write a check. She's swiping the card for the drinks, for all sorts of things. She swiped a card for her wedding dress, unless her mom made it for her. If her mom was a master seamstress, okay? But the reality is, if you are providing services as a wedding planner, wouldn't it be great if your customers could just swipe a card for your services right there? Not only do you get paid like in an instant, but it's convenient to the customer. And that's what I mean by those sales systems, having your e-commerce set up properly, all right? Because it's the worst thing. I mean, I've gone through the frustrations myself of building these things out. And for you to be able to take a customer from, you know, whatever lead magnet, whatever content that you shared with them into a funnel, and then they're saying yes at each stage, and then at the last minute when they're ready to buy, they get a page that says, call me or send me a check at so and so. What's that? It's online. Hello. I want to be able to put my credit card information in now. You're going to lose sales if you keep that up, all right? You can't have a website that tells people to come into your store. That just doesn't make sense, okay? So those are the 5 things that I want you to be thinking about over the weekend that you really need to be doing on a daily basis. Making calls, actually having appointments, not making appointments, having appointments with people, okay? So you should be making 3 calls a day, and it could be, you know, because of, you know, the ecosystem of where we're working. You've got leads coming in from advertising, you've got leads coming in from your content that you're creating, all right? So what you want to do is maximize this entire ecosystem and actually have appointments with people and start to generate sales, because at the end of the day, your business is only going to thrive when you connect with people and they're willing to pay using the e-commerce sales system that you've actually set up. Okay, so that's what I have for you today. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, everybody. Thanks for joining me. I know this was very long, but I hope you got a lot of value from this training today, because it really speaks to some of the fundamental things, not only that you should have set up in your business, but the things that you need to be doing on a daily basis. As a work from home mom, you're building a business online, you've got to have these things in place. And if you don't have them in place, start doing it. If you need guidance, click on the link in the comments of the video below. You'll see the link in the comments at HillaryDeFreitas.com/strategy. Get in on your free 30-minute session with me. All right, it's a free 30-minute strategy session. We're going to talk about your business, figure out what you need to get results before the end of this year. All right, have a great one, and I'll see you on Monday. Bye, everybody.